Hey, my name's James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the alarming rise in Section 21 no-fault evictions. I'm going to tell you an area that no-fault evictions have risen in a year 2,500%. That's crazy. Now, there are other areas where it's risen by 800%. Lots of regions in the UK, it's double-digit growth. It's really, really not great. And I want you to watch this video if you're a tenant or a landlord. I think it's important that everyone understands that the policies that are happening at the moment, the impact that they're going to have. Now, these policies, the goal of them is to protect tenants and make their rights stronger. And that's important. I absolutely agree with that. I agree that landlords, some of them are rogues and they need to be held accountable. I also understand that some accommodation is not to a very good standard and tenants need a way to make sure that landlords are held accountable and give them a fit and proper home. All of that stuff's important. But what's happening because of this is that landlords are leaving the market in droves, and that's why we're seeing this huge increase in Section 21 notices before the government bill takes effect. So in this video, I'm going to give you the starting numbers and I want you to join in the conversation and give us your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Before we jump into this, as always, if you're new around here, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We're on the way to 50,000 subscribers. And by subscribing, you'll get all the Renters' Rights Bill updates as and when they happen. You'll get house price news, interest rate news, tips on investing in property and much, much more. And I think this video is very important because I think people need to understand what's happening. Can you help me get some more visibility on this? Your part's simple. Smash like, tickle like, do something to the like button. After you've done that, I want to ask you to hit that share button. Share this with someone that you know that would be interested in this topic as well. So, this is all down to the Renters' Rights Bill. Not only, but a big chunk of this is down to this. And so, a lot of landlords at the moment are either leaving the market, 30% already quit, or they're considering leaving. Of those left, 50% are considering should they leave the market. And a lot of that's down to what happens with this Renters' Rights Bill. Is it going to be as bad as they believe it's going to be? Because we've still got some uncertainty around it. We want to know, as a landlord, if you've got a tenant that's not paying you rent, smashed your property up, are you going to be able to get it back? Or is it going to take you a year and then your property's ruined? You haven't had rent for a year, and ultimately you're at risk of getting a repossessed property in that scenario. And so landlords want to know that there's a mechanism for that, and the government isn't really giving much back on that. They're just saying, look, we're going to get rid of no-fault evictions, and it's not really explained how landlords will get the property back, how fast that mechanism will be if they do get a problem. Now, there is a Section 8, which at the moment takes 8 months. So is that going to change? That's what we need to know. So what's happening? So because of this, a lot of landlords are saying, I'm done. I'm leaving the market. I'd like to ask you a question. Are you a landlord that is considering leaving the market due to the Renters' Rights Bill, or one that's already left the market due to that? Can you comment below? Because I'd like to maybe put a press release together and send it out to the media and show them what impact this is having. Now, I won't feature your name. Don't worry. I'll talk about a volume. So I'll say hundreds of landlords or tens of landlords have said this. So do comment below and let me know. So what's going up? Well, Section 21s are up at the moment. And they're up 6.8% at this point, year on year. That's going to go higher. I guarantee you, as soon as this Renters' Rights Bill starts going through to royal assent, which it's looking to do before the end of the year, you're going to get more. You're going to get more landlords that say, this is my last chance to use a Section 21. I'm uncertain. I want to get rid of this property. So that's why that number's increasing. Now, I also want to ask you for some help on this. I've Googled this. This data is correct, but I can't find out why it's so high. So help me with this. Thurrock, which I think is Thurrock near Lakeside, they have an increase year on year of 2,540%. So maybe no one got a Section 21 last year and now it's gone crazy, or there's a massive project or something like that's happened. If you know why that is, let me know in the comments, because I can't find anything. ChatGPT could not help me, and neither could Google. So Thurrock is high. Basildon in Essex, that's high as well at the moment. And so these are areas where you get a lot of renters. Basildon is up 889% year on year. That's a lot of people losing their properties. Castle Point, this is up 183%. And one that's local to me because it's down the road, I'm in Dorking in Surrey. Horsham is down the road. I used to live in a village between Dorking and Horsham called Capel. So we used to go to Horsham. We used to bunk on the train when we were about 12 to Horsham and get McDonald's for the day, which was fun, but obviously don't grass me up to the police. Maybe they won't arrest me for it now, but yeah, that's what we used to do back then. So Horsham is up 150%. 150% up Section 21s. That's a lot. Now, two regions that have been hit really hard with these is the east of England. Remember, these are just little pockets, but whole regions. The east of England is up 22.8% year on year, and London is also up massively, 19.5% this year. So look, this policy sucks if you're a tenant and you get a Section 21, because what happens is you then have got 2 months to leave that property. Now, you can challenge it and it can get to court, but most people just go. And that then faces them with the fact that rents have risen a lot this year. Last year they went up 10%. This year they're on that track to go up 6%. Next year they're going to go up even more. So they're going to go into a rental market where the rents have risen significantly since the last time they were in that market. And that's going to be a shock for a lot of people. In fact, there's tenants that watch this channel that have commented and said, I want to get a new property because I don't like my landlord, but I can't afford it because the market is so much more expensive out there. So this Renters' Rights Bill is having consequences. And this is the fact that a lot of people are going to get Section 21 and ultimately not have a property. I think this is also going to cause councils problems because they will get an influx of people onto their social housing, which they don't have enough properties for. This is going to be a problem. And I think this is going to be a crisis. And this is why I believe when the Renters' Rights Bill goes through, and I might be wrong, I believe that they will say, we've passed the Renters' Rights Bill. We've got rid of no-fault evictions. But I don't think that they will get rid of no-fault evictions initially. I think that they will say, we've done the bill. They get the headline. They get all the news. That's great for them. Everyone thinks they're great, and maybe they get a few people swayed back to Labour from that. But ultimately, I think it will be years until the courts are ready. And so, even so, landlords don't have that clarity. And so they're leaving now. And the Section 21s are happening now. And this isn't great for people. And unfortunately, it's going to get a lot worse before Christmas, in my opinion. Let me know what you think. Also, remember, if you're a landlord that's quit because of the Renters' Rights Bill, let me know. Or if you're going to quit or get a Section 21 people, let me know as well in the comments below. We can't tell who you are or where your address is from it. You've probably got some weird username like we all do. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. And last chance is today. So we've got the fundamentals of property investing. Now, I've said that a lot of landlords are quitting, but now is a good time to learn to be a property investor because a lot of the landlords quitting have the property in their personal name. And so for £20, you think about everyone else that does property training, it's thousands of pounds. For £20, one-time charge, we'll teach you how to find properties below market value. More importantly, we'll teach you how to add value to the property, how to add equity to that property, making sure that you're protected should there be a downturn. And then buy-to-let's difficult, and that's why landlords are leaving. So you need to look at the high cash flow strategies. We're talking serviced accommodation, Airbnb. We're talking HMO, house of multiple occupancy, student accommodation, and much, much more. All of that's included for £20 one-time charge. I'm going to link it in the first comment. I'm going to link it in the description as well. Do check that out while you're here. Do also check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.